What's the biggest punch to the gut thing you've ever been told? Started picking up the kids from school. The restraining order kept me 500 feet away, but I could see him from across the street. He'd ruffle Lucas's hair, carry Emma's backpack, play the perfect father figure. Other parents smiled and waved, not knowing this man had 2 restraining orders for domestic violence. My bank accounts were frozen next. Maria claimed I was hiding deployment money, moving assets offshore. Jake proved every cent went to Richard's failed restaurant venture, but the freeze stayed while the court investigated. How much more can they take? I asked Jake one night, sitting in his office surrounded by papers. We're close, he said. The emergency hearing is next week. The judge has to watch the coaching videos, all of them, unedited. The emergency hearing was supposed to be routine, just another delay tactic, but Jake had prepared something special. He'd synced the coaching videos with the timeline, showing how they escalated, how Brad's involvement grew, how the children's behavior changed. Your Honor, Jake said, I'd like to play Exhibit 47. The video filled the courtroom screen. Carol sat with Maria at the kitchen table, Brad in the background. Carol slid an envelope across the table. This will guarantee you get full custody, Carol said clearly. Your father and I will handle the legal fees. Once you have sole custody, you and Brad can sell the house. Start fresh. Maria took the envelope, pecked inside. Mom, this is exactly what you need to secure your future, and the children's future. Without him, the judge leaned forward. Patterson objected, claiming the video was edited, possibly deep-faked. Jake's expert witness, a digital forensic specialist, testified for an hour about authentication methods, metadata, impossibility of fabrication. Then came the breaking point. Video after video played. Emma crying as Maria told her daddy was dangerous. Lucas being coached to say he was scared. Brad suggesting specific phrases, specific accusations. 200 videos, 6 months of systematic alienation. Maria started crying halfway through. Real tears, not the practiced ones from her social media posts. I want to address the court, she suddenly said. Patterson grabbed her arm. Maria, I strongly advise. No, she shook him off. I can't do this anymore. The courtroom went silent. They made me do it, she said, voice breaking. My parents, they said if I didn't go along with it, they'd ruin me. They'd take everything. Make sure I never saw my kids again. They had Brad ready, had the whole plan. I just wanted Marcus to come home. I never wanted any of this. Richard stood up. She's lying. She's unstable. Sit down, Mr. Thompson, the judge said sharply. Maria continued, words pouring out. The threats, the manipulation, the money, how her parents had controlled her whole life, how they saw Marcus as beneath them, how they'd waited for the deployment to strike. Brad was their idea, someone they could control, someone who'd do what they wanted. But he's violent. He's hurt me, hurt the kids, and I let it happen because I was more scared of my parents than anything else. The judge had heard enough. Based on the evidence presented, I'm granting immediate temporary custody to Mr. Hanley. Mrs. Hanley will have supervised visits only, pending further evaluation. Mr. and Mrs. Thompson are barred from any contact with the minor children pending investigation. Carol screamed. Richard threatened to sue everyone. Patterson tried to maintain order as security moved in. Brad was already gone. He'd slipped out during Maria's testimony, probably heading for state lines. Jake's investigator later confirmed he'd fled to avoid the fraud warrant that was issued within hours. I picked up my kids that afternoon. Really picked them up. No supervisor, no time limit. Lucas hugged me so tight I could barely breathe. Emma cried, but they were different tears. Relief, maybe. Or just exhaustion from carrying lies for so long. I'm sorry, Daddy, she whispered. I didn't mean those things I said. I know, baby, I know. Maria entered intensive therapy the next week. Real therapy, not the court-ordered kind. She had to unlearn a lifetime of her parents' control. The kids started therapy too with Dr. Patterson, now free to actually help them. Carol and Richard hired new lawyers, expensive ones, but their country club friends distanced themselves quickly. Fraud, conspiracy, witness tampering, child endangerment. The charges piled up. Their perfect reputation crumbled. They mortgaged their house to pay legal fees, sold their vacation home, liquidated their retirement accounts. 6 months later, I sat in a different courtroom. Final custody hearing. Maria sat across from me, but the hostility was gone. She looked healthier, clearer, like a weight had lifted. Your Honor, she said, I support Marcus having primary custody. I'm not ready. I need to work on myself, be the mother my children deserve. I know Marcus will take care of them while I do that. The judge granted it. Primary custody to me, supervised visits for Maria with a path to unsupervised as therapy progressed. Carol and Richard's trial was set for next month. They'd already lost everything that mattered to them. Their money, their reputation, their control. I drove home with my kids that day. Really home. Our home. Lucas chattered about school from the back seat. Emma showed me her improved report card, grades climbing back up. Normal kid stuff. Beautiful, boring, normal kid stuff. That night, I cooked my famous roast chicken, the one with rosemary garlic butter. This time, Lucas helped mash the potatoes. Emma set the table without being asked. We ate together, talking and laughing. No iPads, no coaching, no lies between us. Dad, Emma asked as I tucked her in, are you going to stay forever now? Forever and always, baby.